guys, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here for another recap of 90 Boy Fiance. Child, when I tell you this episode, whew, honey, this was a filler of a filler, honey. They should have kept this. I ain't gonna keep y'all. I am not gonna keep y'all. Y'all, this ain't really a recap. This is just me hitting these hot spots, child. Whew. Let's start off with Corey and Evelin, child. Now, as we know, Corey and Evelin had their trials and tribulations over that girl Jenny. Now, they done went to a counselor and all this. Now, when we last seen them, everything was fine. They were happy. They loved each other. Corey done went and found some roadside flowers and re-proposed to Evelina. Will you remarry me? And boy, was she happy, wasn't she? She was just smiling and laughing and yes! Yes! Let's fast forward to this episode. Now she mad. She mad. She up in the car all swolled up. All over a dream. Now she didn't actually see Jeannie. She didn't actually talk to Jeannie. Corey ain't seen Jeannie. Corey ain't been to talk to Jeannie. She had a dream. And she done had a dream that she done punched Jeannie all up in the face and she was punching Corey. I mean, just a mess. And she can't let that go. She cannot let it go. Well, girl, you need to let it go. Because, see, we done moved on as an audience. So it's time to meet the wedding planner, talk to the wedding planner, child. Corey, he done, took reins of this. Okay, he done been assertive in the wedding planning. Seems like he's doing a pretty good job. The little, venue looks nice. The dining table look nice. Everything looking nice. So it's time for the officiate. Now, both Corey and Evelina's family is religious. So, of course, they will want a minister to, officiate the wedding. Oh, no, not Evelina. See, Evelina says that she really don't want to go down that religious road. Because, see, if she goes down that religious road, it will be terrible when they get a divorce. He said, why are you talking about a divorce? Why are you putting that into the existence? Why are you putting that out in the atmosphere? Why are you putting that in the universe? Ain't nobody here gonna get a divorce. Quit saying that. We are gonna get married. We're gonna be together forever, and that's that. Quit talking about a divorce. So, of course, she's still thinking about Jeannie and what he did and what he didn't do. And what may lead to a divorce if he cuts a shine again, if he cheats again, if he steps out of her again. I tell you, that Evelina is a hot mess. Girl, why are you worried about what may happen? If you were so concerned about what may happen, what if Corey cheats on you again? You had no business marrying him. But you did. And not only are y'all married, you accept his proposal again. With a smile on your face. Oh, but now, you think that if he wants to step out, it's over. It's over for good. I'm getting a divorce. Girl, go sit down. This is why I didn't want them on the show to begin with. So then she brings up that sister. She says, listen, I don't want no religious aspect to officiate, my wedding. I want somebody normal. Let's get my sister. Corey said, no. Nobody wants your sister up there. She don't even like me. You think I want her to officiate our wedding? A girl who don't even like me? She'll probably go up there and cut a shot. How many minutes have that been, y'all? How many minutes have I dedicated to them? 5 minutes? 4 minutes too long. Let's move on. Child, let's talk about Ellie and Victor. They done went back to the house. You know, the house that was torn up by the hurricane. Let me just say this. I want to sum this up real quick. Victor, I hate that you went through that. I hate that your family went through that. I know that had to be scary, horrible. You may have lost your life. You lost your house. I get it. I get it. I know that had to be a hard thing. But you're alive and you can rebuild. Now, as far as Ellie, you said that Ellie needs to be a little bit more sensitive, that she needs to have a little bit more compassion, you know, empathy. Okay, all right, I get it. All right, and Ellie says she gets it. All right, she just can't imagine what they went through. Okay, but we got other things to discuss. So Ellie and Victor starts talking about money. Because see, their plan was down there in Little Jamaica to open up a bar, have the tourists come in, and you know the other people that live there, and they can make bank. That was their plan. But see, the hurricane that came in and done demolished all that. So it's time for them to talk about what they're going to do. So Ellie's like, what are we going to do? It's going to take us a while to, you know, rebuild, and plus tourism. It's going to take a while because it's going to take a while for Little Jamaica to build itself back up. Makes sense, right? Ellie was making sense. Victor was like, why you keep talking about tourism? We got people here that will spend money. We got people here that will go to a ball. And she was like, I understand that. But the money comes from tourism. The money ain't coming from the locals. The money's coming from tourists. And so she said, you should know that. Because where you worked, that's how you made your money. You made your money through tourists, through tourism, not from the locals. So then he's like, why you keep bringing up money? Why you talking about money? Because I kept giving you money. That's why. I kept sending you money. And he was like, you sent me money so we can build this house. That's where that money went, to the house. Now, Victor, I don't know about all that. Because Ellie was like, oh, really? Ellie was like, well, I can show you how much money I have sent you. And you was living okay. Again, you was working and you was making money because of the tourism and the tourists, not because of the locals. So then Victor, he gets defensive because money was brought up. And when she brought up the fact that she gave him money, he shut that down. He got real defensive. He was like, oh, you act like you gave me a whole bunch of money. If you gave me a whole bunch of money, I would have got that bike. Really? See, when you're angry, honey, it comes out like vomit. So he gets up, he walks off, and so Ellie was like, wow. In this case, I think Ellie is correct. When you go to these Caribbean or, tourist destinations, that is where the money is. The tourist. That's who have the money. And she's absolutely right. If the tourists or there was no tourism in Little Jamaica, he wouldn't been making no money. Them locals ain't going in there like that. It's going to take time. And it's going to take more money. And guess who's going to dish it out? Ellie. Ellie, go home. Ellie, go home. That's what you do. Go home. Let's move on. Oh, child. Let's talk about R and B, child. This ain't gonna take long. This ain't gonna take long. Now, as we know, R.B., they go through their own trials and tribulations because he had some girls going in and out that house when R was in New Jersey or Maine or wherever Rhode Island, wherever she was at. So they are in Kenya, okay? And so the mama says, listen, I want to talk to B, okay? We need to have a conversation. So they go to this little place to go talk. She done got the translator, child. And so she was asking, what is going on here? All right? Now, Paul says that she was getting texts from your family members, from your friends, saying that girls was going in and out and all this was happening at the apartment. And did y'all hear when the mama said her apartment? Did y'all catch that? Her apartment. So the mama says out her mouth that she was getting texts from his family. I'm sorry, what? Mama said that his family was texting her. But she didn't want to say who it was. Was it Wish? Wish upon the star. Wish, so you just texted everybody in the family. A mess. How they have your cell phone number? Why do you keep giving folks your number? What they got your number for? So stupid. So anyway, he was like talking about, listen, yes, people was going in and out of the house because I'm making music. I don't understand what y'all don't realize. I'm the next Keith Sweat. I am out here trying to make bangers. I'm a musician. That's all. I just turned the apartment into a studio. Wasn't nothing, unsavory going on. We was just having a good old time. Nothing was going on. And so Mama all had enough. Mama all said that, listen, I'm just going to ask you point blank. Did you cheat? Did you cheat? He said no. And so she went. She said, there it is. She said, there it is. She said, okay. He says, I know all thinks that, but like I told her, it was no cheating going on. None. And so Mama all says, you know what? I believe you. She says, I believe him. She says, I believe that B did not cheat. Well, it's time to go back home. All right? There is all. There's B and there's Mama all. And so Mama all says, listen, we had a nice conversation. I asked him the tough questions. He answered them. And guess what? I believe him. I do not think that he cheated on you. Now, what I don't like is for him not being open with you, not telling you what's going on, not being honest with you. Now, I did, have some, way feeling about that, but in the part of him cheating on you, no. And so here is all. See, that's what's the problem is him not opening up and him hiding things from me, him not telling me the full stuff. So B was like, well, I will come to you and open up to you a little bit more if you was to calm down a little bit. Calm down. Don't be so mad all the time. How long was that? I'm not going to be long. Child, y'all got anything else to add? Child, just boring. Just boring. Honey, let's move on. All right, let's talk about Armando and Kenneth. 2 minutes. Armando's family, they there. Kenneth's family, they there. Whole lot kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy. Armando, I want to need for you to stop it now. Armando is feeling some type of way because his dad may feel uncomfortable at the wedding. Armando, stop. Just stop. Now, you've been carrying this on for a while now. Now, you was worried about your dad not getting into the car. He got in the car. You was worried about your dad not coming to the wedding. He coming to the wedding. Now you worried about your dad being uncomfortable at the wedding. Armando, I'm pretty sure your daddy know what happens at a wedding. You're gonna kiss, you're gonna hug, you're gonna dance. If he feels uncomfortable seeing his son kiss the man that he loves, he needs to get over it. This is your day. This is your wedding. This is yours and Kenneth's wedding that y'all have been through a lot to get to. Your dad gonna be just fine. It ain't like you and Kenneth is gonna be up there bumping and grinding. Let's get to Kenneth. Kenneth is talking to his family about him and Armando possibly adopting a child. Of course, his family is looking at him like he got two heads. They're like, Daddy, what? Daddy, I know not. You got Hannah, you got grandbaby, and you got us. You talk about adopting a child. You in your 60s. So Kenneth is like, yes, okay. But he's 32 years old. He's 32, and he may want another child. That's something that we need to talk about. That's something that needs to be thought about. Honey, one of the daughters done started crying. And she was like, listen, we done lost you. We haven't seen you in what, a year and a half? And if this happens, we're really not going to see you. This is really going to take a hold on you. You're not going to be able to see us often. I mean, you don't see us often now. But with a baby on board, this is it. We're not going to have that same family dynamic, that same family connection. And I have to agree with his children. Kenneth, now listen. I have to agree with your kids. Kenneth, you in your 60s. You got grown kids and you got grandbabies. And you said how you felt when you were away from your grandbaby. You said that you was worried that your grandbaby wouldn't even know you. Now you add a little baby to that. Cooper will be 15 before you see him again. No. Y'all fine. I'm sorry. I agree with your children. Okay? You got Hannah. Kenneth got his kids and grandkids on the way. Child, no. No. Okay? But of course, it ain't for me to say because it ain't my family. So y'all do what you want to do. So Kenneth says that he's a little taken back that his family wasn't more supportive. Kenneth, let me stop you right there. I like you. But your family has been very supportive. Their father moved to Mexico for the man that he loved. And they sat back and let it happen. They were encouraging you. They love Armando. They love Hannah. The family loves Armando's family. And I think they've been very supportive. They haven't seen their daddy in a year and a half. They've been very, very supportive. And if they feel like that, then they should. They want their daddy home. They want to see their daddy. And as we can see, Kenneth's family is very close. They love their dad, and Kenneth loves them. And I'm sure they will love to see their daddy every day. Let's move on. Last and certainly least, 2 minutes. Jenny, jiggle that Jenny. It's me. Okay, this is just ain't gonna be lasting long. Child, let me get into this. So, as you know, Mama and Papa Sumit said that they do not agree with the wedding, with them getting married, but they're not gonna stand in no way. Do whatever you gotta do. So they go to the astrologer so he can have approval. The astrologer says, listen, the stars and everything done lined up. Y'all can get married. You can get married now. In fact, you need to get yourself yourself in order because y'all need to get married within 9 days. Honey, Sumit almost hurled himself out that window. Sumit was like, I say, what now? 9 days. 9 days. So you know Jeannie, honey. Jeannie was like, yay! Meet me at the altar in your white dress. Honey, that's all Jeannie thinks about. Jeannie said it's been too long. So of course Jeannie's happy. Okay. Sumit. Looked like somebody done punched him in his stomach. Sumit. He having doubts after all this. So it's time to go and meet up with the marriage lawyer. Okay. So the marriage lawyer, of course, there's all type of documentation and all this they have to fill out. And he says it's going to take 30 days. Jeannie said 30 days? What? He says, listen, to go through the process right, it's going to take 30 days. So Sumit on the inside was like, yes, I got a little bit of time. Whew, 30 days, okay, I can stretch this out. So of course Jeannie is disappointed. Well, here is Sumit. Sumit is telling Jeannie how he's scared of marriage, how his first marriage was a complete disaster, how he hated it, how the divorce was awful. He says he does not want to go down that road again, that he is nervous about getting married. He started crying, I think, y'all. Jeannie was like, it's okay. It's okay. I'm here with you. It's okay. It ain't going to be like your first marriage. I'm going to stand by you. Jeannie, you done stood by him for almost 10 years. You done tried everything under the sun to marry this man. And now, here is Sumit talking about he got cold feet. This man is a whole fool. Both of them foolish. So it's time for Sumit to talk to his homeboy. His homeboy got some sense to him. He's telling his homeboy that he's nervous. He don't want no divorce. His marriage was awful. He don't want to go through with it. And homeboy said, well, what you doing? Did you tell Jeannie all this? Because see, Sumit said that he done went down to the lawyer and done put a hold on the paperwork. So the friend said, if you done lost your mind, first of all, your first wife isn't Jeannie. Okay? They ain't got nothing to do with it. This isn't your first wife. This is Jeannie, and Jeannie wants to get married. What were y'all going through all this for? And now you done put a hold on this and not tell Jeannie? So Sumit, talking about he's nervous, got the cold feet, child. Sumit, if you don't want to marry Jeannie, just tell her. Just say, I don't want to marry you. Y'all done went through the mama. Y'all done went through the nasty house. Y'all done went through this lawyer, this counselor, this astrologer. She tried to do the Hurricane Christian, whatever it's called. She tried to do that. You got this 65-year-old woman jumping over hoops for you. And here you are, cold feet. That's it, y'all. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm tired of them. In fact, I'm tired of this cast. Y'all know what to do. Y'all already know. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends.